Is foot pain getting in your way? Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa, and in today's class we are going over stretching and strengthening exercises to help get rid of that pain in the bottom of your foot. If you happen to have a tennis or a golf ball, go ahead and grab those. Go grab your mats, and let's do this. All right, let's get started in a tabletop position. And we're gonna take our toes and just curl your toes underneath. And then you're gently gonna start to sink your hips back down by your heels. And you wanna check in to make sure the feet aren't rolling to the outside. You can keep all of the toes down on the ground. And you're just gonna feel a gentle stretch, maybe a big intense one, on the bottom of your feet. You can hold and take a couple of breaths. You can gently pull forward and then go back down for the stretch. Just make sure those heels stay facing the ceiling. And as we're breathing, we're sending the breath all the way down. It's going to our lower abs and our pelvic floor. And did you know there is a connection between our feet and our pelvic floor? So if you want to know more about that, you can go ahead and check out the workshop I did on that up there. Good. Pull yourself, come forward, and bring it back down. Good. Gentle stretch. Left and right feel different. My left side is definitely like, hello, I need this a little bit more. Whew, so tight. Good. Pull yourself, come up, and then sink it back down. So this is a 2-for-1. I definitely love it because we're stretching the bottom of our feet, but it's also a great stretch to help with the pelvic floor. That breath coming down, tying back into that connection. I see this a lot with the clients that I work with. Inhale, come up, that pesky foot pain, plantar fasciitis that just doesn't seem to go away. If we travel it further up the chain. Good. Let's do one more time. Sink it back. Nice, gentle breath in. Woo. Exhale, let it go. Good. And then from there, gently come up, uncurl your toes, give them a little bit of a wiggle. And then we're gonna come up to standing. And you're gonna grab hold, if you've got the golf ball or the tennis ball, and we're gonna take the ball and place it the bottom of all of our toes, right under there. Let's start on our left foot. Your heel is gonna stay on the ground, and you're gonna go super slow, doing a rainbow just beneath all the bottom of your toes. Gently roll from side to side and just seeing where are the extra, like, oh goodness, little tender spots. Making sure you're breathing as we're moving through these. Gently roll in and roll out. And all you need with this, 30 to 60 seconds max. More is not necessarily better when it comes to myofascial techniques, because we can overdo it and make those tissues stiffer. Good. See if your toes are doing anything funky, if you can just kind of let them relax. Nice. And then let's take the ball down by our heel. Toes are going to stay on the ground, and then we're just going to be pivoting back and forth. Nice and slow. Same thing. If you find a spot, you can just hold a little bit longer. I'm not testing out balance here, so you can definitely hold on to something. Gently rocking in and rocking out. Use that breath. Woo. Nice. Just seeing, is it more tender the inside, outside? Is it more tender closer to the heel, up by the toes where we were? Nice work. Especially if you notice you keep your feet squished in shoes. Love the rolling exercises to help loosen them up. Or wide toe box shoes. Good. And then just place both feet down. Notice difference from side to side. And then we'll go over towards the right side. Just place it below the bottom. Heel stays on the ground, and we're gonna roll in and roll out. Gently rock it in and rock out. Ooh, finding all those lovely spots. And how does this side feel compared to the other side? And especially with the foot that you're having that discomfort, maybe it's both feet. I see that a lot too. That's why I'm always thinking looking further up the chain. 30, 60 seconds. Nice, slow, controlled. You can hold in one spot if it's like, oh, that feels good, but it hurts. Nice. And then we're gonna go down towards our heel. So the same thing, toes are gonna face the ground. And gently, nice and slow. Now instead of the rainbow, we're doing a smiley face. Back and forth over that spot. Rocking in and out. Nice work. Good. Now let's take both feet and just place both feet back down on the ground. Try to spread those toes out, see how your feet feel. And then we're gonna take our yoga mat, or you could take a rolled up towel. We're gonna roll it up 2 or 3 inches. You can also do the same stretch without it too. This just gives it a little bit more intensity. You're gonna take your heel, place your heel down on the ground, and then take your right foot, step your right foot out in front. We want our hips facing forward, and then you're gonna bend your knee. See if you can get your knee to go over your toes, sink down. And you might feel this more in the front of your ankle, or you can feel this down closer by your Achilles and your heel. And then we're gonna straighten that leg out. A little stretch in the calf, and then bend your knee, bring it down. And then as you're bending it, see if you can take your foot, and you're like, probably Melissa, this is not gonna happen. Think of trying to pull your foot actively up towards you. Good, and then relax it, straighten the leg out, and a little lean forward. 2 more times through with that. We're gonna bend that left knee, sink our hips back. So you're like, yep, I can't go any further. And then take that left foot and see if you can pull your left foot up towards you. Nice job. Straighten that leg out, a little bend forward. Last time through here. Good, bend the knee, sink those hips back, and then try to pull that foot up towards you. Woo. Good. And then straighten, come back up. Now we'll just switch to the other side. Heels down, balls of the toes are on that towel roll or yoga mat. And then we're gonna sink our hips, come back. And one side might be tighter than the other side. I broke this ankle about a year ago. I'm still working on my full range of motion here, much tighter than my other side. And those are little things that you want to pick up on, the differences from side to side. Straighten out, and then a little lean forward. Try to keep that heel down on the ground. And then bend that knee. See if your foot wants to rotate out or in towards the middle. See if you can keep it nice and straight. Ooh, trying to pull those toes up towards you now. Pull them up, pull them up, pull them up. Good, straighten out, and then come back up. Bend the knee, sink it back, pull those toes up towards you. And then pull yourself, come back up. Awesome, we've got one more time through. Sink those hips back. Pull those toes up, try to bend that knee, get that knee over your toes. Woo. And then straighten and come back up. Good, we'll just come off of that. And then we're to grab the ball that you've got and just place that in between your heels. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna keep all 4 toes down and then lift your big toe toes. But we wanna be careful we're not like gripping with the other 4 toes. We're squeezing the ball, lift the big toe, and then lower it back down. Lift that big toe, and then lower it back down. And just checking in to see what's going on with your feet. What other muscles are trying to help you? Feel it in your quads and your thighs and your shins. Good. Lift the big toe and then back down. And we're squeezing as we lift. This is building up those deep muscles in the bottom of your foot. And you also want to make sure that you're pushing through that mound of your big toe, that you're not rolling your feet to the outside. Nice job. The more you practice this, the easier this will get. Good, no gripping with the other toes. When we're gripping with our toes, it means our body's looking for stability somewhere. Connection back to that pelvic floor. Go ahead, check out that workshop. Good, toes down. Now lift the 4 toes and then back down. Squeeze the ball, lift those 4 toes and back down. This is a great exercise that you can practice throughout the day if you're sitting at your desk, standing at your desk. And the more you practice, you'll build up the strength in the bottom of your foot, so you're not constantly laying lots of stress down on that plantar fascia. Let's do one more. Nice job. And then place those toes back down and get rid of that ball. And then just check again, see how your feet feel. Noticing the bottoms of our feet. Continue to keep coming back to some of these exercises, working on the mobility, stretching out our calves, and then the key is building up the strength in those muscles. I would love to know down below in the comments what you would like to see in future videos. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It helps share it with other people. Keep up the good work. Until next time, namaste.